Hey, what's going on, everyone? Ken from Gotta Watch 'Em All here. Since recording this episode, Niantic made the announcement on the next Community Day. It's going to be February 24th, 2018 from 2 to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The featured Pokemon is going to be Dratini. We still don't know what the exclusive move will be, but we're going to have 3-hour lures and triple Stardust on catches. So, go get that Dragon Medal. Hey, what's up?
Hi.
It's party time.
It's
Excellent.
What's going on, everyone? Lured Up, episode 15. I'm one of your hosts, Ken Pescator, joined by my co-hosts, Adam Tuttle and Melissa Pescator. What's up?
Hi, friends.
What's going on?
What's going on, everyone?
What is going on? Today is Sunday, January 21st, 2018. We are a podcast about Pokemon GO.
We sure are.
We talk about it. You listen to it.
And sometimes we play it.
Just a little bit. And
Dude,
we have opinions about it as well.
I didn't play too much this week. I had a lot of work, and I did not go raiding at all this week. We had a day filled with Pokemon today, but Pokemon TCG. We had a hardcore card day today. No Pokemon Go in our day today. But Adam, have you been playing? What's the frequency?
Ditto. I haven't hit any raids except for ones that are solo.
Dude, we're lame.
Yeah, I know. It's like, why do we even do this? I mean, are we serious? Because I know in my trainer card I wrote like hardcore player, and I'm like, I guess I'm not that hardcore if I go to work and I miss all the raids.
It's life, though.
Yeah, some
hardcore.
people have to work.
It's just that we just don't want to be the very best.
No, we want to be the very best.
We don't.
But we also would like to pay the bills.
Yes, we just need to live. Like,
We got to rewrite the song.
somebody needs to feed Pikachu. That's all I'm saying.
No, we got a bunch of stuff to cover on today's show. We're going to talk about the latest game update that finally rolled out, the first ever Community Day that happened a couple days ago, and there's been a bunch of cool stuff happening over on the Silph Road. We'll talk about. I'm really excited for that kind of stuff too. But other than that, Adam, you know. I know you've probably worked about 3,000 hours this week, but how was your week?
Well, it was exciting. Well, Pokemon Community Day was exciting. I played a lot. I mean, a little bit. I got out and I was like, listen, I have to go. I really can't focus or do anything. I was like, I just had to deal with a customer and I didn't want to at all. And it went into Community Day. So it went into the 2 o'clock. It was like 2:15 by the time I got to my phone. I was just on edge because I'm like, I just need to go on break. I need to just leave the store. I need to go out. I need to go to a park. I need to find Pikachus.
And dude, I saw on social media you found some Pikachus.
So I literally opened up my app. There was like 6 Pikachus, and I like,
That's
and
awesome.
I'm like the event started. Like I ran out back, and I'm just like Pikachu. All right, catch it. I caught like all 5 of them. And then all of a sudden, I click the last one, and it's shiny. And I'm freaking out in the back room.
Nice.
And my coworker has my camera, and I'm like, just hit record. I don't even care. Like, I'm just freaking out. And so I'm in the back room. I'm like super awkward because like anybody can walk in at any moment. And I'm just like, I just got a shiny Pikachu. Like, I'm Golden Raz, Ultra Ball. And then I ended up having to go back out front, came back, and I was like, I need to just go. I need to break.
Tell the customers like, sorry,
stand.
it's not available. Sorry.
Yeah, no. And so I was like, boss, listen, I gotta do this. He's like, okay, just go.
Wow, that's amazing.
As I'm leaving, there's just another Pikachu that spawns. I click, so it may be like half hour later, and it's another shiny. And I'm just
Oh
like,
my god, yes.
and I've got my camera, and I'm like, I don't even know. Like, should I catch it right now? I get my camera out, videotape, record it, catch it. Boom, there's 2. I drive over the bridge, go to this park, and there's nobody there. So I'm like, okay, nobody's here, whatever. And so I just got out and started walking around. Tons of Pikachu spawn. Not another shiny one, but, still whatever. and then I go to a restaurant called Newix, and it's like a seafood restaurant. And there's always Whalmers, Magikarp, Barboak, or whatever they're called.
Getting ready about to be eaten by the patrons.
Like, no, seriously, it's always water types, and it's like the best place to find, like I said, Magikarps, and now like with Whalmer out, it's the best place to find both. And so there's like 20 spawns at one time. It's insane. And so I get into that cluster, and I just start picking off with Pikachu, 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 Pikachu.
That's awesome.
And then there's another shiny.
It's nuts.
I'm like, awesome.
3?
So
Three.
I walked away with
3
3.
shiny?
Yeah, and then I had to get back, and there was like 10 minutes left of the event, and I'm like, I'm just, at that point, I'm like, I've already gone through here and hit every single Pikachu that spawned, so maybe by the time I get back to work, I can get lucky and get a 4th. No luck.
Yeah,
But still, I'm happy with the 3 I got, so.
Yeah, dude, 3's awesome.
So we'll talk about the event a little bit. So the community day was January 20th. It was a 3-hour window where this was focusing on Pikachu. The Pikachu spawns were out of control. They were saying up to 10% of the Pikachu spawns were shiny. And I was at work also during the event, and I saw a total of 13 Pikachu just kind of in and around my job, and none were shiny for me. So I didn't pick up any shiny.
I, on the other
But
hand,
Melissa,
who pretty much slept through the entire event because,
Sweet.
yeah, Josh didn't want to go out, and I had just spent the entire day cleaning the house, and I was shot, so I decided to lay down for a hot minute. Woke up 10 minutes before the event ended. I was like, all right, Josh, let's run to Dunkin' Donuts and see if we can catch a Pikachu. Turn the phone on. Pikachu spawned in the house. The first one was not shiny. Josh is freaking out because his phone's not loading. And we start walking out the back door. Another Pikachu spawns. And it winds up being a shiny.
second
The
one.
second one.
Nice.
And it didn't pop for Josh. So Josh didn't even get one during the event. And then he was mad that we didn't go. And I said,
you guys were Bush League.
I asked him if he wanted to go. But he's like, no, I just want to stay in my jammies. I wasn't
Yeah,
about to fight
you're not
with him.
hardcore unless you live hardcore, right?
That's it. But no, there were shinies everywhere in the event. And then the Pikachus that were spawning had the special move Surf, which was exclusive to that. You could also use a charge TM on an existing Pikachu and get Surf as well. So, if you were cool and you had a Pikachu that had Present from the Christmas event, you could actually use a charge TM on it. So you could have a Pikachu with Present and Surf, which would be the most oddball kind of weird moveset ever, but very exclusive because you had a small window to get both.
Interesting.
But I didn't think to do that until
Too
after.
exclusive.
I think my shiny is a CP26.
What?
If you evolve a Surfachu, if you evolve a Pikachu with Surf into a Raichu, the Raichu will not have Surf.
Womp womp.
Yeah, so if you want Surf, you got to keep it as a Pikachu. But I picked a couple of them up. But there was a bunch of cool pictures on Niantic's blog, and on through their Twitter, they posted a bunch of cool pictures from around the world of gatherings. And it seemed like the event was a positive. It was a home run. Everyone online was happy. There was no real complaints on the event. People were out there playing in droves, which was really cool.
I wish I wasn't lazy. It was a nice day out too.
All right, let's talk about this update. So the game was just updated to 0.89.1 on Android and 1.59.1 on iOS. This was probably they've been doing super good with their update schedule. Back in the day, you would get an update. The only real thing they would say would be minor text fixes or whatever. It was really vague. Now, when they're releasing these updates, you're noticing all this different stuff in the game. It's like they're really doing a good job with these updates. And, it seems like I always feel like I get the updates really late. Like everyone online has them. Everyone on Android has them. And I'm like the last guy with iOS for it to roll out to. And I think it was about an hour or two before the event started, I checked the App Store and the update was there. So they pushed it out right before the event, which I thought was really cool. And it's filled with quality of life improvements that are very practical. They make a big deal with the game. So There is a new splash screen. It's a 2018, like, New Year's type thing, which is a little weird because it's coming sort of late after the New Year.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little passé sooner than later.
They dropped the ball.
They did.
Pun intended.
Yeah, but there's a Loudred. There's a Loudred in the splash screen, so that's always good that they kind of tease that. That's typically, meaning something is coming. And then there was actually, during the data mine of this, GoHub found out that they were making changes to Loudred's moveset and things like that, which, again, if they're making a change to a Pokemon's moveset, that's usually a good indication that it's about to drop. So maybe something is very close on the horizon. But so we got a new splash screen. They cleaned up AR+. There was a lot of glitches with AR+, with the Pokemon kind of flopping around and, having issues with collision detection and stuff like that. So they fixed up a lot of that. They changed Kyogre. Now, I haven't rated a Kyogre since they made this change, but apparently now Kyogre is significantly easier to hit, and it's kind of in the forefront. They moved it forward, and the throw is much more like a Groudon than, being out really far like a Muck. It's got more of a prominent placement, so apparently it's a lot easier to hit. Oh, the scroll bug. This was so annoying. I do mass evolutions all the time. When this bug was going on, where every time you would evolve a Pokemon, it would revert to the top of the list, it completely cut probably 5 to 10 evolutions off of the efficiency of every, half-hour Lucky Egg. So it was like, now that this is fixed, it's fantastic. Have you checked out the new Pokedex layout?
Yes, where you can do it through the generations.
Yes, very, very cool. I think this is a really neat way to show the differences between the three dexes. So being broken up like this, you can get a good snapshot of, how exactly far am I with Gen 1 or Gen 2? What have I seen?
I hope they roll that feature into the regular Pokemon button, like when you're
Pokemon screen.
Yeah, into what like you have in your inventory, because I think it would be
just so you could jump.
Yeah, so you can jump to each generation.
Well, maybe if they even make it a filter, you know what I mean? Like where, I guess they have that now by number. But I see what you're saying, that you could just jump to it.
Yeah, so when you're doing your evolutions or your mass transfers or whatever it is you need to do,
I always end up the bottom of my list, ends up getting the short change because I have so
time
many
on your
Weedles and Pidgeys that, I'll go through a Lucky Egg or two and I'm still halfway through Gen 2. Incubators have a new little layout where you can see how many of each type that you have with how many remaining, so that's a little bit easier. You don't have to scroll through sideways to find the incubator to get to your unlimited one. It'll always be right
awesome.
in the front. Yep. They change now. This is a heated one. They had this thing where they changed the scaling of Pokemon, meaning the Pokemon on the world map would be a little bit more realistic as far as what their size is, but I don't know. I'm seeing things that are all out of whack. Like the Natus are huge. It's supposed to be
Weedle,
one of the smallest
Weedle
Pokemon.
is huge.
Weedle is big. Eevee is big. I saw a Pidgeotto and it looks smaller than a Pidgey. When the Pidgeotto is flying on the world map, it's small. They shrunk it down so much. I saw a Tauros today that was very small. It looks a little weird, but so I don't know if that stuff is intentional or that's something going on, but
yeah, something small that I noticed. While I was catching Pikachu, I also had an incense on, and I incensed a Pikachu, but he was significantly smaller. He was like a miniature version of a Pikachu that was right next to him.
I wonder if that was a bug, or I wonder if that's just maybe they didn't get the code stretched out, to cover incense Pokemon, just ones that spawn naturally,
I don't know, but my Chansey, who used to fit perfectly in my little bubble as my buddy, now I can't see.
It's
his
just pink.
face.
It's just
It's
pink.
just a big pink blob and one
that
a
changed
piece of
a
an
little
eye
bit.
and a little half a smile.
That changed a little bit.
I'm kind of bummed out about that.
They added a shiny icon in the search screen, which is really cool.
Thank God, I really like that.
This is really cool. You can now search. Now, Melissa, this is something that Melissa was talking about, where she wanted a way to be able to look at her Pokemon and know which ones have weather boosted based on whatever the weather situation is. Now, from the search screen, you can search at weather, and any of your Pokemon that have a boosted move based on the current weather condition in your game will come up on the list. So it's really, really handy.
That is helpful.
If you're going against raid bosses.
I still think they need a visual icon. I think a visual icon would be just very
the bee's
helpful
knees.
as well.
It would be the bee's knees.
Very helpful as well.
One other thing that they did they're calling it various bug fixes and performance upgrades, just lumped into the general stuff, but there was some significant improvements to the UI as far as the way the overworld map looks. They're gathering more data from OpenStreetMap, so I'm seeing a lot more definition in like roads, and like if you're looking at like a network of roads, or in Jersey we have jug handles at every intersection, so there's these complex like loops, and you got to turn right to go left, and all this crazy stuff that we have going on in Jersey. But all that stuff is mapped out in significant detail now, and it looks much, aesthetically, it looks a lot better on the world map. I don't know if you've noticed anything looking different by you, but
not too different. Like I said, I'm in the rural area, so it's a lot of the same old, same old. I mean, I have seen structures and buildings get more filled out.
And then they made an improvement to snow. Snow is finally back in the game, and you get the nice, dusting over the grass when it's actually snowing in game when you're looking at the map. So that's back. So all this stuff, all just awesome quality of life fixes throughout this, as these updates are coming out. I think they're doing a really good job. This is ideal, and if they could push one of these updates out, every 2 months, 3 months, where there's going to be significant improvements to the game, I am all for it, because this is good stuff, man. We used to get so little with updates. Now it seems like we're getting all this noticeable stuff, all this noticeable differences, and it seems like they're listening. It seems like the stuff people are asking for, they're executing on. So
I have a question about the weather boosting. So, I just happened to be looking through my Pokemon, and I did that weather search.
Right.
And, it's listing tons of Pokemon that I've caught in the past as a weather boosted Pokemon. Now, they're only weather boosted tonight because of the weather that it is right now.
Right.
But what about the ones that you catch during days?
No effect. Whether you caught the Pokemon within weather or not, whether you caught it during a weather boost or not, it's irrelevant to whatever the situation is right now.
But I'm saying, like, say I caught a weather boosted Pokemon right now.
Right.
And then tomorrow in my Pokédex, that Pokemon that I caught yesterday will have a weather boost to it because I caught it.
Nope.
No, so the weather boost is gone.
Only if the weather is relevant at that time. That's what I'm saying. When you catch it, it doesn't matter. Whenever you find a wild Pokemon that's weather boosted, it boosts it 5 levels. In addition to it having damage bonuses on its moves that are of the same type, the boosted type, the Pokemon is also boosted by 5 levels. So that bonus you always get to keep. When you catch a perfect Kyogre at 23-28, when it's weather boosted, it's perfect at 29-10. You'll always have that CP, but the moves are only going to be boosted in real time based on whatever the weather is.
Gotcha. I think that's kind of like cheese factor. I think that if you catch a weather boosted Pokemon, like, it should have, like a little special thing, like, all the time.
Yeah, but
you caught it during the
in the original games, you would have to, if you wanted to have a boost on Solar Beam, you'd have to make it sunny. You'd have to do a move that's going to create energy and sun.
I get it.
Sunny day.
I get it.
No. Also, what about the symbol that says I'm a Team Instinct player, but my Pokemon's red? It shows that it's a red gym symbol.
So that's Glitch City right there.
Yes, and that's when I search through name or combat power, and then when I go to name, it's yellow again.
So that's just a bug. So that is a bug then. Kyogre has a glitch where it's so big in the Pokemon screen when you selected it that you can't even see the CP at all. Even if you rotate it 360 degrees, you can't read the CP. So it's like the little things come out, whenever they put out big updates where it's gonna, they're gonna have to just further tweak. You
can see the CP. You got to just do his attack.
And have him at like one specific angle, and when he stretches his neck out, it's like, oh, there's a CP. It's pretty funny.
Oh wait, you guys have Kyogre? I still don't.
I'm telling you, man, you're gonna have to drive 6 hours to Jersey to come raid with us before Valentine's Day, and so you could get one.
Yes, come play.
I'll be like, it's my Valentine's gift. Let's go to a restaurant in Jersey.
Go to that pizza place. Remember we were talking about that? Adam ate an entire giant pizza by himself. The extra large pizza challenge.
I was
still
thinking
wanna
about
get
that
you
the other
those
day. I was
socks.
like, I want that so bad again.
We need a picture of you in a t-shirt.
Yeah, if anyone is from this area, Pete and Elda's is like a famous Jersey Shore like bar restaurant, and they have a
Pizza slamming.
double extra large thin crust pizza challenge
So
where if you
good.
eat it, you get a T-shirt. So Adam left with the T-shirt.
And a whole bunch of fans.
Yeah, everyone in the restaurant was like, "Yeah." So funny.
I know, and people were like waiting for me to like finish. They're like,
Yeah, they're done. They're like didn't pay their bill because they wanted to see if you could do it.
but they
Well,
didn't say
another
anything.
beer,
They didn't.
hang out,
They were
watch
just
this
kind of
guy.
like, oh, let me look out of the corner of my eye.
So funny.
I'm like, I'm on to you, lady. I see you.
Another really cool thing happening this week was there was a promotion. They're calling it the Year of the Legendary Pokemon. And now what they're doing in the main series games is they're going to have a complete 12 months worth of video game distributions, I guess, at retailers. They haven't announced where, probably GameStop, because that's where they typically do it, where every month you can go to GameStop with your 3DS, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and get a legendary Pokemon. There's 2 different Pokemon that are available. So actually, if you have an Ultra copy and a standard copy, you can get both and then trade them in. But they said without much detail, they said that Pokemon Go will be involved and there will be something going on with Pokemon Go and legendary Pokemon. That's all they've said. Now, there's going to be stuff going on with Pokemon TV where they're going to be showing legendary movies. Pokemon Shuffle, there's going to be, special levels that come out with legendary Pokemon. So this is across like all the different Pokemon properties. Now, Niantic hasn't said a word about this yet. This is still just the messaging from Pokemon proper. And they said details will be coming soon. But my guess is that we could probably see a return of the birds and the dogs as a promotion. What do you think about that?
Yeah, highly plausible.
Now, this could be something where there's a large segment of the community that's excited about it because if they missed out on them the first time around. But, if you're a raider and you already have, 3, 4 of everything, and then they make the big deal about having this promotion where they're bringing the birds back, and it's like, do you get excited about that? Like, I guess you get another chance to get some good ones, but you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'd be excited regardless. I mean, gives us another chance to.
But what do you think the internet would say? Hold on, we're going to go to our correspondent here in the chopper.
Take the mic,
Let's
Melissa.
go. Let's go to the internet.
The internet's going to say, I hate you, you suck, I need a new legendary.
They're going to say that, right? Like
Absolutely. Why,
Yeah,
you've
give us a
already
Kangaskhan.
You've already brought the birds back once. Why would you ever do it again? That would be so stupid. That'd be so stupid. Don't do that. You're on a roll right now. Like you're dropping cool stuff. There's so many Pokemon that you can reveal. Like, and they're just gonna keep making Pokemon. So like, you don't have to worry. They don't have to worry about like releasing stuff too fast because it's like they ain't gonna catch up. Because it's been going on forever.
But is it the majority of people already have these Pokemon, or do you think the majority of people don't? I would think that the majority of people don't have them.
I think that the
I think
majority of core players have them.
Well, that's different though.
I don't
the
think
majority isn't the core.
I don't think the amount of new people that are playing would justify re-releasing the birds.
I don't know. What if they dumped every single legendary out and they just made it like raid central?
If they did it like a one weekend thing where they had all the legendaries re-released at one time, and at any time it could be any one of the legendaries that have been released in the past, that would be cool.
That would kind of be cool. But yeah, but then people that are like, I just need Zapdos, and they go to 10 raids and no Zapdos pops.
But you know what? That's Pokemon.
It's the thrill of the hunt.
That's
Oh
Pokemon.
man, I wonder what they're gonna do.
think that would be
I think
cool.
this is kind of neat. I have no idea what they could possibly do.
They said it would be legendary, so there's a chance we might see Mew this year.
All right. Well, there was an image, like the promotional image. There's no Mew. There's no mythical Pokemon at all in the promotional image. And of all the distributions that you're doing in the main series games, there's no mythicals. So I don't know. Now the other little caveat here is in the logo. There's a Master Ball. It says legendary Pokemon, and there's a Master Ball. What if the connection to Pokemon Go is that you could somehow earn a Master Ball? Where if you're doing a legendary raid and you get 100% raid boss, you could just flick a Master Ball at it and boom, 100% capture rate.
Well, you'd have to actually hit it first.
You'd have to hit it. But if you hit it, can you imagine like flubbing
it?
No!
That would be me. Why would you even say it?
Phone
it's already going to
smash.
happen to me.
They would smash the phone to smithereens.
If it ever comes out, it's guaranteed to happen to me.
But I think the Master Ball could be cool. I think that's something that, hopefully if they were to do that, it would be, hyper exclusive and it wouldn't be like, you can earn them and get a bunch of them, but,
you get people crying
one.
like EX passes.
I mean, I could see if they did it through like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you catch a legendary Pokemon, you have to raid every day, but that was within the reason of you getting your free raid pass. So if you don't get one, you're like forced to buy another one to complete another legendary raid. So completing 3 legendary raids in a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Well, that kind of sounds like what I really want in the game, which is like some kind of daily quest system, where there's some kind of little mini games where they have these meta challenges where it could be like, complete a legendary raid every day for 3 days, and then you earn a reward. Earn the Master Ball. I mean, I would hope that it wouldn't be that easy to get a Master Ball, but
I'd say a week straight
or something. But yeah. I see what you're saying, like. And I think that's a great idea because then that gives people the incentive to log in. And I can imagine that's super important. Like, you want people to not just be a weekly player. You want to try to convert them to a daily player. And if you're telling them you got to do something on the next day, even if it's for a couple minutes, they're going to log in, in successive days. I think that's good for Niantic. So,
well, they already have that though with their daily catches and the daily
the day streaks, but still they could add that
those
to
bonuses
a raid streak, a legendary raid streak. Oh my goodness,
would be cool. Yeah,
legendary raid streak.
Yep, absolutely.
That would be cool.
Yeah, absolutely. That's anything like that. I think that's really cool because it would just get people playing more consistently and getting people playing every day and spending more money on the game and making it better.
All right, I'm gonna tweet at them and just say that.
I could see that being something that's pretty easy to implement. We always say like they just have to push a button and everything that we want will just work and happen in the game. I'm pretty sure they just have to push a button that says Daily Quest. That's what it says on the keyboard.
Daily Quest.
Like it's ASDF and it's just like activate, and it's like Daily Quest. No, I think that would be cool. I like that. I mean, I play all the Supercell games. I play like Clash Royale and stuff like that, and they have awesome daily quest systems that are very, very cool and very user friendly. So I would love to see that. Master Ball would be cool.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine dropping that ball?
No, that's all I can. Honestly, I'm dazed off thinking about it.
Maybe you just touch it and it automatically whoop, it throws it for you.
Like you don't even really touch the screen. Like you're about to touch the screen and like your finger so gently grazes the screen, like it's a sensitivity,
and just drops it
and
right in front of you.
And you just look at it.
You see it roll behind.
Or you're doing Prodigy Nation, where you're just like holding it and then it just
drops.
Falls down. No,
that would be horrendous.
Or the game crashes as you throw it.
No, you think you're gonna throw it, and you're like spinning it, or doing whatever your stupid lock trick is, and you go to throw it, and you just gimp out completely.
Well, that's what happens, man. That's the worst.
You just look, and then you're just sitting there with your jaw on the ground, like, oh, did I really just do that?
Let me get a do-over.
No.
Oh man,
you all know your face. You all know that face.
And now, Melissa was asking me what this was all about the other day because I showed her the Traveler card from Silph Road. Adam, you signed up for one.
Yes.
This is fantastic. Now, I've always been a fan of the Silph Road. I've used it for a long time as a resource. I highly recommend everyone checks this out. So all you need is a Reddit account, and you can join up with the Silph Road subreddit, and they just had major enhancements to their subreddit, and they have like this web app and everything that you can do all this really cool stuff that kind of lives on the platform of Reddit. It's really, really well done. So you can now sign up for what they're calling a Traveler card, which you put in your trainer information, your level, your style of play, and you have this card that you can reference. You get your own URL, so you can reference this card. You pull it up on your phone, and you can actually earn achievements and badges on Silph Road by like doing things like meeting other trainers out in the wild, or reporting a nest migration on the Silph Road Nest Atlas, things like that. But if you meet another player face-to-face that has this Traveler card, you can initiate what they're calling a handshake, where they'll geotag you, so you can't spoof, you can't fake it, which is cool. It'll generate a code, a 4-digit code. The other person puts the 4-digit code in on their device, and through the Reddit accounts, you can connect, create a handshake, and then you have a digital connection with that person through the Silph League, which is their new social network for Go players. It is awesome. And if you watch Trainer Tips videos, he's helping pilot the program, and you could see how this stuff runs, where he'll create a code, and all the people that are around him will, enter the code in, and you see like bloop, bloop, bloop pop up on his phone, like, this person connects, and it just connects all these people in this network, through the Silph League. It's really awesome. I highly recommend it, because if a lot of people get into this could be something that can really make the game even more social than it already is, because now you have a real way to connect with someone. And then as far as building a network of players, once you connect with someone, you can friend up on Reddit. So then you can message them through Reddit, which has an app and goes right to their cell phone, to build raid parties. I think it's awesome.
So it's like a social media outlet for
Go players.
It's pretty cool.
I think it's awesome. But you need a Reddit account. A lot of people are intimidated by Reddit.
I am. I'm scared.
It's
I don't
just
even
text.
like Twitter.
It's
Exactly. Exactly.
But Adam, I didn't even know you had a Reddit account. So when you posted up your card, I was like, sweet. All right.
Yeah, apparently I do. I mean, I signed in with like Google.
Okay.
But I guess I have a Reddit account through them, or
well, when you
link to that
authenticate
email.
through the Silph Road, you can authenticate through Google or through your Reddit account. So
yeah, it was easy. It literally was super easy. I just answered a few questions, put in like my experience, and boom.
yeah, and I mean it's it doesn't log in with your Pokemon Go account, so it does require some maintenance. Like if you level up or you want to put your new experience count to tie into your profile card, you have to update it manually. But I just think it's such a neat idea, and there's so many cool things happening where I would love to go out to an event or a community day. That's going to be the place to find people that actually have this, you know what I mean, and connect with them. I'm excited to see where this goes, but you could lurk if you want. Just go to, reddit.com/r/the Silph Road and just, check it out.
And how do we get our badge? Like, how do we get a badge for like Gotta Watch 'Em All?
So we have one. So it's just based on your account. So
okay.
So if we were to connect on, through a handshake, if we were to be with each other physically, right next to each other, I can handshake with you, and then I would have the badge for your account, and you would get the badge from my account. It's just based on your profile, your avatar picture. So it's just like, that's how it'll connect like that. When I logged in the other day, it gave me the badge automatically for being a member of the Silph Road, like, for over 2 years or something. And then I had one for reporting the nest migration. So the achievements and stuff are already starting to pop on it. So it's just neat. It's just another way to another rabbit hole to go down, another way to nerd out over Pokemon, which is fun, which is good, which is fun. And it's all through Discord also. So they're building this map and network of players geographically on top of the whole thing of meeting other trainers and connecting with them through Reddit. They're building this map, international map of trainers. So you can connect it with if you're in a Discord that's geographically targeted, you can connect your Discord through the Silph League, and then it'll help pinpoint the trainers that are in your area in that location on the map. So once that starts really rolling out and people get on board with that, I know there's a very small subset of people that use Discord, but a very core group of people that use Discord. I'm a member of a couple Discords, but they're not even in my local area. They're kind of a couple towns out. So it's like, I don't really use it too much. Typically everything I do is on Facebook Messenger. That's the groups that we have a couple groups in this area, but you use Discord, Adam? Did anyone use that by you?
So there are a few people that use it, but I tried to use it and nobody wants to give me any information. So I'm just like, all right.
I got to say, I'm tech savvy as they come, but it's definitely has a little bit of a learning curve and can be a little intimidating because a lot of the stuff that runs on Discord is, automated. So you have all this really wild stuff that's just happening. So there's a lot of different commands you could type and all this different stuff. So it's just different. I got to get into it, man, because I want to just maximize the usage of this Silph League. I think it's just a cool thing. Let's wrap the show up with our final segment, the Battle Party. Ooh, ooh, Battle Party.
Ooh, ooh,
all right, so...
I thought we were still going.
So 2 weeks ago, we talked about Sunny Weather Battle Party. Last week, we talked about Kyogre Battle Party. This week, we're going to talk about a Snowy Battle Party. Adam has put together some of his favorite and best attackers for snowy bonuses.
So there's not much. There's not much in the way of ice and steel types, and even for their attacks. So for ice types, for their attacks, you're gonna want a fast move of Frost Breath. It's gonna have the highest DPS, and you want charge. Your charge move is gonna be Blizzard, followed by Avalanche as the second best. In the top Pokemon are Cloyster, Jinx, Lapras, Articuno, and Delibird.
I like this. I like Snowy Weather because I have a 96% Articuno that I powered all the way up that I don't get to use that often. So that's really good. Melissa's got a perfect Lapras.
Sure do.
So now that gives you a good option for that. And, Adam gets to use a party of 6 Delibird.
Well, with one Cloyster, because I have a Cloyster that's 100%, so I'm going to throw that in.
Okay, there you go. Nice. And yeah, but Steel, I guess, is pretty limited too.
Yeah, Steel is very limited. I mean, you can have a Tyranitar with, Iron Tail. That's okay, I guess. So your Steel type attacks, you want their fast move to be Iron Tail, and then charge moves are going to be Flash Cannon, followed by Heavy Slam as the second best. Scissor is one of the best Pokemon you can use. Steelix, and Magneton.
What's weird about these Pokemon is you could definitely take advantage of the weather with boost to your damage, but they're not beefy Pokemon. So even in terms of CP, and I know CP is not the best indication of quality of Pokemon, but you could have some steel attackers that have weather boosted moves, but they could still be 1900 CP. It's just weird when you can't put together a group of big dogs because, it's like, do I even bother trying to compete with weather boosted Pokemon, or do I just put in Dragonite that's just going to pump out DPS? I like to go the route of trying to use unique Pokemon. So I would love to put a party together of Articuno, Cloyster, Lapras, Magneton, Steelix, Scizor.
And I mean,
even a big, you can't really have a big Scizor. You know what I mean? You can't. It's just different because they're not going to be as beefy of Pokemon. But
yeah, I think the best DPS out of all those is Jinx.
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj.
So if all the listeners, if you haven't seen the meme picture of Jinx next to Nicki Minaj, just
Google it.
Google that because
do yourself a favor.
It's almost as if Nicki Minaj's designer, hair designer and outfit, the person that takes care of all that, was a Pokemon fan. Because she was like, Nicki, I got your next great look. I got it.
It's the best.
And it shows a picture
seen.
of Jinx because, she pretty much wears the Jinx outfit. It's the greatest thing ever. It's just really funny. Super funny. I don't think I have a good Cloyster. Have you been doing Cloyster raids? That's a soloable raid, right? That's a level 3.
Yes. Yep. I've done one.
Yeah, I don't think I have a good Cloyster. But I know that it's always been, as far as ice attackers go, it's good because it could put out some DPS. But
I mean, it's got a big defense. It takes a while for you to knock it out too, so it's a good defender.
And I always have a special spot for Lapras. I don't know why. I guess because in the Gen 1 days before they even released Gen 2, it was if you had a Lapras, you were like, yeah, that was such a rare Pokemon.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a short one today.
It was kind of short. I'm so sad.
Oh.
I just want to hang out and play Pokemon all day.
Well, you got to come drive 6 hours.
You got to be I play Pokemon Go every day.
I do.
I know. I tried to get down there to kind of just show up when you were missing Groudon. I tried and I was told no, driving 6 hours just to spend 2 hours doesn't make sense. And I'm like, it makes total sense.
You got to get down here before Kyogre goes. Make it happen. Let's make it happen.
I'll try.
Yeah.
I'll try.
Yeah. Come on, I'll write you a note.
Yeah, can you a sick day for work?
Please
It has to-
excuse.
It has to be on a Saturday.
Will not be able to come into work this Saturday or Sunday.
Sorry.
He must play games.
It's like, you have like the gone fishing bumper sticker. It's like gone raiding.
Got it.
Gone hunting.
Gone hunting.
And then it's just like, I just need to go like all day. I haven't had like a full, just straight day that I just have raided.
Dude, I haven't either. We got to go hard.
It's
soon.
been too cold. That's why.
It was 50 degrees today.
Winter. It is winter.
It was super warm today.
No, it's been that, dude. That's why everyone's been getting sick, man. It's like it goes from 0 to 50 and like back and forth every day. It's flip flopping.
Yeah, that's why I just stayed in the house and took a nice nap. And
Oh yeah, so Melissa was sick last week. She didn't record with us because she was Night of the Living Dead.
I had the plague.
She had the plague for real that I gave to her. Sorry.
You sure did, because you've been out Pokemoning.
Well, hey, I want to be the best there ever was. That's going to wrap it up. If you are interested in more types of Pokemon, check out our full format show, the Gotta Watch 'Em All podcast, that comes out on this feed. I was thinking maybe we'll break Lured Up off into its own feed so we could have separate feeds.
Ooh.
Might be doing that soon. But check out GottaWatchEmAll.com for everything that we do. Check out our YouTube channel. We need some subscribers.
Subscribe
to us on YouTube. No,
Hit that like button very gently.
Yes, very gently graze the like button. If you have a touch screen, use the tip of your nose to slowly graze the butterfly kiss.
Beep it. Beep
the like button, the sub button. But no, check out everything we're doing over at GottaWatchEmAll.com. Connect with us on social media. Leave us a review on iTunes. Email us, luredup@gmail.com. We want to hear from you.
And you.
And you.
And you.
Aww.
Yes, you in the back, and you're listening. I know.
And
I
your
know.
friend over there?
Yes.
Yeah, that one too.
Yeah, your boss? Yes, him too.
Your friend Billy.
Johnny.
And his friend William.
Yes.
All of them.
Adam, where can they find you online?
You can find me at Phoenix Back for Fire.
I am Proud Gamer Tweet. Melissa is Super Sweetness. At Super Sweetness. We should get 4chan involved to just like flood your Twitter with crazy stuff, and you would never even notice. It'd be so fun.
I would check it. Well, I do check it randomly every now and then, and it never has anything. So it just really, that's why I just never.
He's like, last Tuesday I logged in.
But thanks for checking us out, everyone. GottaWatchEmAll.com. See you soon.
Peace out, guys.
Bye,
Stay chilly
trainers.
in the snow.